be the first video of my new series called Linked. It's supposed to mean like linked, and in this series I really want to talk about mental health, feelings, and just vent about stuff that I know a lot of people relate to. Anything I'm saying, everything I'm saying is not unique to me. It's not only applicable to me, as I know everyone who has lived a human life has felt this one time or another. I really wanted to do this for a long time. I love talking to myself. I love talking to the camera and making videos, but I also love talking about mental health and feelings and everything that surrounds that. I just never really gathered up the confidence nor courage or even the motivation to actually carve out time to do this. I have a lot of things I want to say. I have a lot of things I want to share with people, but whenever I find myself talking to people, I kind of limit myself in a way because I don't feel comfortable, but I do want to feel seen. I do want to feel heard. I'm just too scared of being noticed, so I thought, why not do this? And I'm very happy and excited that I finally get to do this. I know not a lot of people watch my videos, but if I can create a safe haven for at least one person, that's enough to me. And this is supposed to be my own digital document anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So in today's video, I want to focus more on the concept or the feeling of feeling left out, or feeling like an outsider. For my whole life, I think I kind of experienced just this lingering feeling behind my head, anywhere, anything, with anyone, I just feel like I don't fit, and this person or this place or this whatever I'm in is not carved out to me, and I don't deserve it, and I just feel like a constant outsider, a constant burden, if you will. Kind of like that feeling. I would say I don't know, a lot of the times I kind of invalidate my feelings because I feel like I'm victimizing myself in a way where I'm oh, I'm being treated so badly, oh, I'm being treated like an outsider, when in reality it's just my negative mind just portraying me as that. But sometimes I think it is important to validate your opinion or your feelings, because again, they're your feelings. If you feel that way, you have a right to feel that way. And I think that's just a constant reminder what I need for myself, especially if I just don't resemble what I should be, and I should force myself to be this kind of what everyone else is, because maybe that's the reason why I'm getting left out. That's the reason why I feel like I don't belong. That's the reason why I'm getting neglected, and I never found a way to really resolve it. For me at least, I should not tell myself the reason why I'm being left out is because I'm not what I should be. I'm perfectly fine the way I am, and I think that's such a reaffirmation that I need to implement in my life. A lot of the times it's very simple, very simple things. When I see people who have friend groups and friends, and they're just constantly hanging out with each other, they're constantly with each other, I feel very what am I doing wrong? Why can't I let people be in my life how their friends are in their life constantly? What am I lacking that I just don't let people towards me? Why can't I make friendships? Why can't I make closer bonds? Why can't I have that relationships where it's sustainable instead of temporary? And I ask myself that a lot, and I feel very left out almost, because a lot of times it's am I just such a boring person? To simply put it as that, am I doing something wrong? Why can't I have those friendships? Why can't I have people in my life that will actually make a consistent effort to talk to me, to reach out? What am I doing wrong? I kind of ponder that a lot, and I'm always stuck on that kind of topic of why do people not see me as a first choice, or not even a second choice? I don't think I'm even some people's 10th choice. And I know that sounds very selfish. I'm not saying I want to be the only person in their life, but I want to be a person in their life because that means I'm being cared for and I care for them. But a lot of the times it's like one-sided. I care for them, but do they really care for me? Sometimes I feel like that sounds very selfish, but at the same time, like, it's eating at me when I know I'm making more effort than the other person to continue the friendship, to continue whatever relationship we have. And it's just very mentally draining a lot of times. Sometimes it's really subtle, meaning like your friend kind of subtly chooses someone else over you, and I mean, like, I can't really blame them, but a lot of the times it's like, what made you choose them over me? And again, I feel like that sounds so selfish, but if I'm being so real, like, I have a lot of those thoughts, and I have a lot of those feelings where I'm hurt and angry, which turns to jealousy and resentment over time, which I know those are not healthy feelings, because the longer you build up that like anger and pent up frustration, the more you become a hostile person yourself. It's kind of like a hurt person hurts somebody, kind of. I fully believe in that quote. Actually, I think it is very true. The things that made you suffer, that tortured you, whatever it is, it can definitely, your actions can definitely reflect what hurt you. I don't want to have to be always constantly alone with my thoughts. Whenever I'm in group situations, I always feel like I'm the outsider because everybody seems like they talk to each other so easily, and I feel perceived as if I don't belong there, like the people that surround me, but also like myself. I always feel like I have to be this very interesting person constantly, and if I have a moment of where I just like snap, as in like I shut down, like I can't do that. I have to constantly be talking, constantly sharing, constantly just putting up an act, and it's very draining in the end. Like if I don't, then like people are not gonna stick around with me because I'm no fun, I'm boring, I'm not worth around hanging out with, and they're gonna go to other people, and then I'm gonna be left out again. Like it just always comes back to that. I see so many friend groups, I see so many people hanging out with each other and being a part of each other's lives, but I'm not, because I feel perceived very differently, and being like more of a quieter person kind of does not help that at all, because obviously if I don't put myself out there, like nobody's gonna come to me. But I have such a hard time doing that too. Like I don't know how to put myself out there because I'm not comfortable yet, and I just make it so awkward. And even if I do try, like it's so unnatural. Like some people just naturally hit it off with each other, and then I'm just standing there like yeah, like will like look over me and just kind of forget I'm even there. Sometimes I feel like if I'm not there, like wouldn't even make a difference in people's lives. Is my purpose, is my presence being appreciated if I'm there? Am I enough for them? Am I deserving to be their friend? I think that also accounts for not just social situations, which I've been talking about right now, but I think also being left out in aspects of more than social situations. So I always feel so like purposeless. If I don't do this, like what's gonna change? If I do this, is it even gonna matter? If I be with this person, is it even gonna matter to them? Because it matters to me, but is it gonna matter to them? And I have a lot of those hesitance and sees in like continuing relationships because of that. Mentally, emotionally, I don't give up because it's still ingrained in me, but like with that person, I kind of just cut off communication, cut off ties, etc. I think I'm gonna end it here because I've been yapping a lot and I don't know what else to say. I think I keep saying the same thing. I hope to some level this relates to you. I don't think anything what I just said was very profound or unique at all. I think a lot of it was just common knowledge, but I do feel better letting it out. I do feel better sharing and venting. My next video will be on comparison is the thief of joy. And thank you guys for watching this one. Bye.